Hi, this is Brant from TradeGuild.blogspot.com. I'm going to try something a little different tonight. In the interest of saving time, I'm going to go ahead and show you quite a few stocks, but I don't have all the notes that I generally would take and go into depth with detailed explanations of all the stuff. So I just want to show you a lot of stocks and give you some ideas. So like that old Jerry Reed song goes, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. So let's go ahead and get started. And these are not going to be in order either of shorts and longs. We're going to have to take it as it comes. But first up is GRMN, which is Garmin Limited, Scientific and Technical Instruments. Big head and shoulders top over here, a complex top. There's a video from September 12 and 15 on this one. And I like what I see here. I like this little rally that's set up over here, and it's setting up a nice entry at that 50-day moving average where we've seen some resistance before. If we take a look at the actual pattern itself, we take a little measurement here from about $43 up to about 54 or so. We've got about $11 or 11-point move from 43 down, so we can anticipate this stock trading around $32 sometime in the near future. Here's technical indicators for accumulation distribution. Looking very bad here in money stream, looking very bad in balance of power. Like I said, ultimately I like that 50-day moving average for a setup. Here's XING. This was originally brought up on the tag board. I'm not sure who brought it, but we covered it on September 16th. I had a video called Timely Picks, and I was saying these are all stocks that should break out in the next day. So here's what it looked like when I made the video, and boom, we got that nice almost 8% move the next day, and it really hasn't stopped from here. Look at this nice ascending triangle here. Let me put it on another screen so we can clean that up a little bit. There's the ascending triangle. It broke out, maybe 3/4 of the way through that, and nice move today, up about 8.5%. Ultimately, I think this thing has got quite a bit more upside to go. Here's a look at the chart on a weekly chart. So you can see we're going to run into some resistance up here from 04 around the 1450 level. But all in all, if you guys are in this one, I think I would probably hold at this point and let that puppy run. Next up is ADM, Archer Daniels Midland. This is a play on weakening commodities. On September 12 and 16, I had videos on this. And on September 18th, I posted a little note and I said, I think this would be a great entry. I think it's going to rally a little bit more up towards the $40 level. So here's what it looked like on September 18th, and you can see we got a little bit of a rally. We didn't quite make it up to 40, but it got up to that 22-day moving average in red there, and made for a nice entry. If you jumped in on this one, I think I would certainly hold. I do believe this, big triangle up here is basically a top formation. There's a look at a 3-day chart, and ultimately, I think we could see this stock trading in the mid 20s in the not too distant future. Let's take a look at the technical indicators for accumulation and distribution. There's money stream looking pretty bad over here. It is continuing on its downward slope. Even back here where we had a little bit of a rise in price, it really didn't do much, as you can see here. So all in all, I think this chart looks pretty bad, and I think commodities in general are going to have more downside. Of course, it's not a straight line down, but more downside in the future, I do believe. Here's Goodyear, acting very well. I had a note on this September 11th. And CTB is another company you might want to check out. That's Cooper Tires. So tires are looking pretty interesting here. We have a very nice run up over in here, and it looks like it's formed up a nice little bull flag in here. There's the trend lines on that. Cooper Tire is not quite as clean as this one, but it's a very similar chart. So take a look at that one. I think we should see an upside resolution here, break out above 15. not too far off. One way you can play this, if you want to just, if you're around your computer and you have an eye on this stock, you could play it on a breakout from this upper trend line up here of that bull flag. So, around 1480 or something, that would be the best way to play it. You could jump in early on the lower trend line, but you don't know how long these bull flags are going to go. SUPG is another bull flag, and that's been headed down for a little bit longer than I'd expect. But we'll take a look at that chart coming up. Here is CMC, and this is steel and iron, which I've been down on commodities and steel and iron in specific. I've been short RIO, and to me, a lot of these stocks, we're going to look at a few of them tonight. There's a little hammer. A lot of these look like they are getting ready to have a little pop, a little rally up. Here's an hourly chart of those accumulation distribution indicators. You can see TSV's under that zero line, still looking bad, but we got some buying in BOP, and money stream is making a little run up. So I wouldn't be surprised to see steel and iron, aluminum and gold, and oil rally in the next couple days a little bit. Nothing too serious. I mean, maybe this bounces up to that 22-day moving average in red and is a good entry right in that level. Let's move along. Here's TLB, and there's been a lot of talk on the tag board about this one. On August 15th, I had a video, on August 23rd, back here when we were looking at this triangle over here, this symmetrical triangle, and we got a nice breakout from it, a pullback to the triangle, which happens occasionally. You don't always get them, but that's a really nice place to buy right there at 21 on that pullback from the breakout of the triangle. And you can even see we had another little pullback over here with a hammer. Let me zoom in on that so you can have a closer look. Little hammer there indicating some support in this just below $21 level. So TLB is looking pretty darn good. It's been a real bull. And if we take a look at the Bollinger Bands, you can see it's just walking that upper Bollinger Band, lots of momentum there. It has had quite a few closes outside of that band, which can indicate an overbought condition. And in fact, if we take a look at stochastics and RSI down here in this lower window, they're up there around 100, so it certainly is overbought at this point. So I would consider probably locking in some profits. I use this trailing stop system, and it is moving up about 30 cents a day, and right now it sits at about 24.30. I'm not sure I would even use that. This has been such a fast move that I think I would probably start locking in some profits here. And there's no sign of this stock being in any kind of trouble. A pullback would make a nice entry on TLB. Next up is DRQ, and DRQ is oil and gas. And we had a note on this September 12th and 14th. And again, this is a big triangle of sorts. It's not exactly symmetrical, but here's a 3-day chart. You can see it's functioning as a top. We've seen a lot of head and shoulders tops and a lot of symmetrical triangles functioning as tops in these commodity issues, whether it be oil or steel or gold or aluminum. We're seeing a lot of these. So anyway, it broke down since our note. And let's see, we've got about 77, we've got about 14 points in this, or 11 points, I'm sorry, 11 points. Anyway, it looks like it's finding a little bit of strength, and I think maybe, like I said, with OPEC meeting and or calling an emergency meeting to tighten up supply, I think maybe we're going to see a little bounce here in oil as we see some short covering or continued short covering. So if you're in DRQ, I'd consider locking in some profits. That's going to be it for this video. I have about halfway through it, so I have some more stocks to show you. So I'll be right back.